The UNRWA website states that the descendants of the original Palestinian refugees are also eligible for registration. Second, unlike Jewish refugees from Arab countries, Palestinian refugees maintain this refugee status even if they hold nationality in another state. For every other refugee, refugee status is a form of surrogate protection when there is no state of nationality able or willing to protect them. There's an estimated 2 million Palestinians who have refugee status with UNRWA despite having Jordanian nationality. Third, persons claiming refugee status who are not Palestinian are excluded from refugee protection if they have the substantive right of nationality in the country in which they have taken up residence, even if they are not nationals. That is not the case, though, for UNRWA, which has no such exclusion clause. There are approximately 500,000 Palestinian refugees in Syria who, according to the UNRWA website, enjoy many of the rights of Syrian citizens. The situation of Palestinians in Syria right now, of course, is not a happy one because of the civil war. However, there's no reason to believe that their situation after the war, no matter what its outcome, would be any different from what it was before the war. Fourth, other refugees are considered to have local integration as a durable solution. According to the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, there's no formal hierarchy among the durable solutions. Resettlement and local integration have the same status as durable solutions, as does voluntary repatriation. Palestinian refugees in the West Bank and Gaza are locally integrated. In principle, because of that local integration, they should no longer need the aid of the international community to seek a durable solution. The only population of refugees under the mandate of UNRWA who arguably do not have a durable solution where they now live is the Palestinian refugee population in Lebanon. UNRWA reports that Palestinian refugees in Lebanon do not enjoy several basic human rights, and I personally agree with that assessment, but in spite of that, the position of the government of Canada is that Palestinian refugees have a durable solution in Lebanon. In the case of El Bikaim, who is a client of mine, he was a Palestinian refugee who applied to come to Canada but was refused by the local Canadian visa office because the visa office considered he had a durable solution in Lebanon. A challenge in the Federal Court of Canada was unsuccessful. Fifth, Palestinian refugees, rather than seek local integration as a durable solution, claim a right of return. This is an assertion of the right of Palestinians to move to Israel permanently from wherever they are, whatever their status is now on the territory in which they live, and whatever their status is or was in Israel. If one thinks of the right being asserted generally, what it seems to be is this. It is the claimed right of descendants to move to the country that now has jurisdiction over the territory in which their ancestors once lived. Yet one could scour the international instruments in vain looking for such a right. Palestinian rights activists assert the rights for Palestinians, but neither they nor anyone else asserts that sort of right for any other group. Hanan Ashrawi asserts that if Jews from Arab countries are refugees, they too should claim a right of return. She asserts that in order to deny the existence of Jewish refugees from Arab countries, the logic of the argument is that Jews from Arab countries are not refugees because if they were, they would assert a right of return. Well, one answer to that argument is that no, they would not, because there is no right of return of descendants to the country which now has jurisdiction over the territories in which their ancestors once lived, neither for Palestinians, nor for Jews, nor for anyone else. There are still alive today many refugees from the Arab wars against the existence of Israel, both Jewish and Palestinian. There is, though, a difference between these refugees related to the right of return. Jewish refugees from Arab countries are former nationals of countries which still exist. Palestinian refugees are former nationals of British Mandate Palestine, a country which no longer exists. The successor regime for Palestinian refugees is the Arab state which will be created out of the old British Mandate Palestine when and if the Palestinian leadership ever gets round to accepting its own state living side by side in peace with Israel and abandoning its fantasy of conquering or swamping Israel. Another answer to this argument of Hanan Ashrawi, in a